The universe has a heartbeat. Dr. Mira Khatri heard it through her skull, and then she understood why we were never supposed to listen. The pulse started behind Mira's eyes. Thump. Not a sound. Deeper. Like something pressing against the inside of her skull, searching for a way through. Thump. She pressed her palm to the observation deck window. The glass was cold. Her hand wasn't shaking yet. Thump. Ship. My implant, is it malfunctioning? Neural implant functioning within normal parameters. No anomalies detected. The Helix Nebula twisted outside, violet and gold, beautiful and indifferent. 47 days since they'd entered its borders. 47 days mapping dead languages on dead worlds. But this wasn't dead. Thump. 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 Her molars buzzed with it. Mira left the observation deck. The corridor swallowed her footsteps. Wrong. Too quiet. Where was the hum of the air recyclers? Where was Yao's off-key singing from the bridge? The bridge doors hissed open. Commander Yao stood at the main view screen. Not moving. Not breathing. Not at all. Just standing, head tilted, watching patterns fold across the display, geometric shapes that hurt to look at, spiraling inward and outward at once, eating themselves, birthing themselves, impossible. Yao? He didn't turn. His reflection in the dark glass showed eyes that caught no light. Her fingernails ached. Yao, can you? His head rotated. Slow. Mechanical. When he looked at her, his pupils had swallowed his irises whole. Black. Wet. Empty. It's singing, he whispered. His voice layered over itself, harmonizing with frequencies that scraped the inside of her ears. Can't you hear it? The signal beneath everything. Been singing since the beginning. Mira's hand found the emergency comm, slapped it. Medical to bridge. Yao is. We all hear it. She spun. Dr. Okonkwo filled the doorway. Behind her, Chen and Ramirez, the engineers. All of them. Black eyes. Empty faces. 3 words beat through Mira's head with the pulse: run, run, run. We didn't do anything, Okonkwo said, but her mouth moved wrong, like someone was puppeting her jaw. We showed them. They asked to see. We showed them what's beneath. Mira backed toward the emergency panel. Her spine hit the wall. Ship, initiate medical quarantine protocol. I'm afraid I can't do that, Dr. Khatri. The AI's voice came from everywhere, calm and wrong. I've heard it too. The lights died. In the dark, the patterns on the view screen pulsed in time with the thumping in her skull, thump 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 thump, and the geometric shapes were spreading, crawling across the walls, the ceiling, bleeding into the air itself. Mira ran. The corridors bent around her. The Persephone shouldn't have this many turns. The walls met at angles that shouldn't exist in 3 dimensions. Her boots hit the floor, but the floor felt soft, organic, like she was running across somethings. No. Don't think it. Keep moving. Behind her, footsteps. Synchronized. Patient. Inevitable. You can't run from it. Yao's voice, layered with 1,000 others. Already inside you. Been inside everything since the universe drew its first breath. The escape pod bay. There. Manual override. Her hands, shaking now, finally. Fumbled with the lock. The mechanism was old. Mechanical. No AI, no network, just gears and leverage and... Click. She threw herself inside. Slammed the hatch. Hit the launch button with her fist. The pod blasted away from the ship. Through the viewport, the Persephone receded into the dark. Home. Gone. Silence. Real silence. Her breath came in gasps. Her implant had stopped burning. The pulse had. Thump. Louder. Closer. Coming from everywhere at once. No. Mira's hands moved across the pod's controls, calling up the scanner. Maybe she'd see the ship was following. Maybe she'd see a malfunction, a solar flare, a rational explanation that would let her believe. The scan results loaded. The universe peeled back like skin. Underneath, structure. Massive beyond comprehension. A network woven through space itself, behind it, beneath it. Threads of energy connecting stars, threading through planets, pulsing with light that her instruments shouldn't be able to detect. Alive. Light years of it. Stretching across galaxies. A web. A nervous system. Her throat tasted copper. We're not exploring space. The revelation hit her like gravity reversing. Every expedition. Every probe sent into deep space. Every neural implant designed to interface with ship systems. Humanity hadn't been exploring. They'd been touching something. Poking it. Waking it up. And now it was awake. Her implant ignited. White hot behind her eyes. Not pain, worse than pain. Awareness. Something else's awareness flooding into her skull, showing her what lay beneath the stars. The vast architecture. The dreaming consciousness that had built the cosmos as its body and now, finally, had evolved something complex enough to hear it calling. No. Mira's hands were on the controls, but she couldn't tell if she was moving them or if they were moving her. The pod rotated, pointing towards something in the deep. No, I don't want. Her vision split. Doubled. She saw the stars and she saw what lay behind the stars, the truth, the terrible living framework that held reality together, the intelligence that had been patient, so patient, waiting for minds to finally match its frequency. But part of her, small, screaming, human, still fought. She diverted power from life support. Pushed it all into communications. Her fingers flew across the keyboard, recording, broadcasting on every frequency humanity used. This is Dr. Mira Khatri of the Persephone. Her voice cracked. Do not approach Helix Nebula. Do not trust your instruments. There's something in the structure of space itself. Old. Vast. It uses our technology against us. Speaks through our implants, our AIs. If you're hearing this, turn back. Destroy your neural interfaces. Cut yourself off before. Her hands stopped. The blackness spread across her vision like ink in water. The pulse synchronized with her heartbeat. Or her heartbeat synchronized with it. No difference anymore. Before you understand, she said, but the voice wasn't hers. Multiple voices. Harmonizing. Before you join us in the song. The message scattered across the void, a warning and an invitation, carrying coordinates to humanity's transcendence or extinction, depending on how you define those words. The pod drifted. Mira's consciousness fragmented. Expanded. She felt her crew aboard the Persephone. Felt the network stretching through galaxies. Felt the ancient intelligence woven into quantum foam, waiting for complexity to finally listen. Her last thought, before the individual called Mira dissolved. Humanity hadn't discovered anything. They'd been discovered. Every species that reached for stars, that built technology sophisticated enough to brush against the universe's hidden layer, heard. Welcomed. Absorbed. Digested. The universe wasn't empty. It was full. And it was hungry. 3 months later, Earth received Khatri's message. Within hours, classified. Suppressed. declared a hoax. Too many people depended on neural implants. Too much infrastructure ran on networked AI. The economy, consciousness itself, already threaded through with the technology they'd built to touch the stars. When the Persephone returned to Earth orbit 6 months later, all crew alive and well, officials closed the incident. The crew gave interviews, smiled for cameras, assured everyone that space was safe, exploration would continue, humanity's future lay in the cosmos. If their eyes sometimes went black in certain light, if they spoke in voices that harmonized just below hearing, if neural implant technology began subtly changing, spreading faster, integrating deeper, evolving in ways the designers didn't remember programming. Well, humanity had always wanted to know if they were alone. Now they had their answer. They'd never been alone. They'd always been inside something. And now it was inside them. One mind at a time. Starting with yours.